We just secured the release of my client, Representative Park Cannon. She has been charged with 2 felony offenses by the Capitol Police. We plan on vigorously defending against these charges. There are videos, there are witnesses, and we fully expect to fully litigate these cases and to make sure her name is clear. We respect every single person that has been out here supporting her. We thank you. We will ask for more support, but it's a very sensitive time, a very sensitive occasion that has happened, and we're just going to make sure that her voice is elevated in this moment, because it appears that there was overreach by law enforcement, but we will get to the bottom of every single thing that happened. So we are thankful for your support. We are thankful for the support of her pastor, Pastor Raphael Warnock, who's also, of course, the United States Senator. But we just ask the public to make sure that they understand that this is just the beginning of justice for Park Cannon, and that we stand with Park.
How's she doing tonight? We understood she wanted to talk.
We'll answer questions in a second, sir.
Oh, okay, very good.
Today is a very sad day for the state of Georgia.
Yes, it is.
I am Park Cannon's pastor. I know her. She's a very intelligent woman and a very dignified and committed public servant. And what we have witnessed today is a desperate attempt to lock out and squeeze the people out of their own democracy. And in this effort, in this case, they're literally being locked down. The people are being locked down and locked out of their own democracy.
Yep.
But this effort to silence the voices of Georgians who stood up in a historic election in November and January will not stand. And so we stand with the people of Georgia. The goal of voter suppression is to so demoralize the electorate that people don't even bother to try. But that will not happen. We are going to take this fight to give the people their voices back from the red clay hills of Georgia, all the way back, all the way to the United States Senate. We're not going to let them take us back.
No.
Not at all.
And so we're grateful for those who are here in support of Representative Cannon. She is an outstanding public servant. We're praying for her. We're praying for her family. But we are praying also for Georgia and for the soul of our democracy. We are witnessing right now a kind of wrestling in the soul of Georgia. Will we go forward or will we go backwards? We will not allow a few politicians in their craven lust for power to take us back. The democracy doesn't belong to the politicians, it belongs to the people.
That's right.
Senator, succinctly, what makes this bill so unjust?
Oh, this bill is outrageous. First of all, by the admission of Georgia's own Secretary of State, there was no widespread fraud in this election. So they're trying to fix something that's not even broken.
Yep.
We should be making it easier for people to vote, not harder.
Exactly.
And the people aren't asking for this. This is democracy in reverse. Rather than the people being able to choose their politicians, the politicians are trying to cherry pick their voters. And this desperate effort will not stand. We're going to take this fight all the way to the halls of Congress.
Were you allowed to speak with her inside? And if so, can you share with what she said?
Yeah, as I said, I've known Representative Cannon for years. She's my parishioner. She is understandably a bit shaken by what happened to her. She didn't deserve this.
She did not. Not at all.
And we'll continue to pray for her and to walk with her through this.
Senator Warnock, now that we've had the bill...
Who's asking me?
I'm sorry, this is George Cheedy. I'm with The Intercept.
All right.
With the passage and signing of the bill, should Georgians who oppose this be considering a boycott of Georgia businesses?
we need Georgia businesses to stand up in a moment like this. They too are citizens of this state. And I can tell you, as someone who is the pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church, where Dr. King served, that come Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, the corporate entities in this state will all be falling over themselves to honor Dr. King. If you want to honor Dr. King, stand up against voter suppression right now.
Does anybody else wish to speak?
Well, we just want everyone to understand that this is a process towards justice. We fully expect that Park Cannon's name will be cleared in this process, and we respect her privacy. If she decides that she wants to speak, that will come at a different time, but we want everybody to hold her up in prayer, as the pastor said, but to also make sure that justice is fair, equal, and balanced. And so we will continue to fight for her. She loves the fact that everyone is out here supporting her, but she just needs time now because it was very traumatic, the situation at the Capitol. She has sustained bruises that we need to address, and we also need to address what happened, because you had an African American woman who was standing up for the voters, for the voices of millions of Georgia voters.
Yep.
That cannot be missed in this moment.
Yep.
And it's important that we understand the time that we are in, and that justice must reign in this case, just like justice has to reign in that Capitol.
She got out roughly 11 o'clock. How long was she in there then?
She was in there since about 6 o'clock, so it was a prolonged amount of time. We are thankful of the work of the sheriff and the chief jailer in expediting this, because typically people would stay overnight, but we are still going to communicate with the district attorney about our concerns about this case, and hopefully be able to come to a positive resolution for Representative Park Cannon.
Yes, sir.
Let me just say this. And I'm sure that you know, this case will play itself out. But I saw a good deal of this video. And I saw a state representative knocking on the door
Yep.
of the governor. And she was arrested. Meanwhile, we saw a violent insurrectionist attack
Yep.
on the United States Capitol. And police officers died in that case.
Yep.
And I want to know what makes her actions so dangerous,
Yep.
and the actions of those who were trying to undermine an actual election so benign in the minds of some politicians. It is that big lie that is the fuel for these terrible voter suppression laws that we see coming out of the state of Georgia. And we've had to push hard against the big lie and make sure that we secure the democracy for all of our citizens.
All right,
Thank you.